Hi there, and welcome to week 10 of this semester. At the end of this week, we'll be 2/3 of the way through the semester, so we're moving right along as always. There's a couple things this week that we have a little bit of shift. About this time of the semester, you've read or should have read most of the early half of the information from the They Say, I Say text, the rhetoric part that talks about how to write and integrate your opinion and ideas into your writing. And all of that's been covered now, and so going forward there'll just be some reading about the subjects that we're looking at right now, the American Dream, and this week in particular, income inequality. And there'll be some other refreshers and some information not from our textbook. Like this week, I'm going to, if you look at the Writer's Toolbox activity for this week, I'm going to be asking you to choose essay number 1 or number 2 and to revise your introduction to the essay. I have a mini lesson video that's linked here in the preparation section, but also in the assignment itself, in the Toolbox activity, that talks about the importance of the introduction, gives you some tips on how to create an effective introduction, and then I'm going to ask you to revise your introduction to one of the 2 essays, so not both of them. And when you share it with your groups within the Writer's Toolbox, you'll be sharing your original introduction and your revised introduction so that we can see the changes that were made. And then folks will be giving you feedback for that. So we're going to be really focusing now on your writing specifically moving forward, and not as much reading from the text, but applying those things actually to the work that you're doing. Your portfolio will be due 5 weeks from now, so we're beginning to look at, you're going to be wrapping up your essay number 3. You're going to be submitting proposals for that, getting topics in, so not wrapping it up, but getting it started so that you'll have your 3rd essay in progress, and that's the major writing assignment that you'll be doing this semester, other than a couple more analytical responses. So we're sort of getting into the zone of revising older things, moving forward on the final pieces that you'll be working on, and preparing for the last 5 weeks for the further development of your portfolio. The other things this week, you do have the Writer's Toolbox, which is reflecting on and looking at your introductions. You have an analytical response about, this is your first chance to share with each other your ideas on the topic of the American Dream. I did post the link for you to see, and that's in the preparation too, the American Dream reflections that your classmates had. Just one sentence that I copied and pasted from everybody's work last week, so you can get sort of a preview of what they're going to be saying, but you'll actually be able to share more fully your ideas within that analytical response. And of course, continue to be researching and thinking about topics for this. If you look forward to next week, in week 11, you'll see that your essay number 3 topic proposal is going to be due. And this is important that you start thinking about this. And it's important that people really consider the fact that writing about the American Dream is not really what it's going to be about. It's going to be narrowing it down to a specific aspect of that, something related to. When you think about the American Dream, what characteristics or qualities or subjects are part of that, and really focusing on one of those smaller things that really interests you. So time to start thinking about some of those things so that you can focus your research perhaps for your research collections on that. And you might get some great ideas from looking at the ones that other people are writing about when you do your curation. There's also the chance this week for you to sign up for still some essay number 2 makeup or essay 1 or 2 revision conferences. Okay, so you should actually be making up. If you missed one for essay number 2, that should be made up this week. But this week and next week, you can actually meet with me for a revision conference for essay number 1 or 2 as well. So follow the link to that if you'd like to meet with me again on Google Docs. Other than that, I think that we're moving right along, and if you have questions about anything, please email me at any time. I look forward to seeing your improved introductions and your further elaboration on your ideas related to the American Dream. And I will see you on Moodle. Bye-bye.